Should probably hit the button first.
I thought it did.
No, you didn't. I've been watching for like a minute.
So what? I pressed record. I at least pressed record. Okay, so shut up.
I'm sorry. Your wife asked for bloopers, right? This is the bloopers you gotta pay for.
Are we saying podcast?
Welcome back. Two fanboys and filthy casual. This is Dennis.
And this is Harold.
And Harold, just a reminder, put your mouth to the microphone. That's your that's
my
your goal.
note to myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we apologize for the loud, obnoxious me and Lewis, and Harold, the soft-spoken one for some reason, but okay.
Just like
hey, welcome, Harold. As you can tell, you're not on camera because
I am not on camera.
We only do it when there's three of us.
Yeah.
And somebody is out, vacationing. So Harold, every time Lewis is gone, I usually come up with something kind of clever to kind of play. Our favorite Lewis is gone, and he went on a Alaskan cruise. It's not like anybody's gonna. It's not like anybody's gonna target him, right? So here's the thing:
he's gonna be back by the time he gets.
Exactly by the time he listens. So what are the top 3 ways you think Lewis, could get in trouble in Alaska?
Okay, here's number 1. Is he gets he's so entertaining that they hire him as part of the cast for the cruise ship.
Ooh, you're right. Well, those like the trivia people.
Yeah. He does placate to the lowest level common denominator. So he's the example of a cruise ship director.
Okay, I'll there you go. Quit his job and become a cruise ship director, and he can finally be useful to us. The other one is he gets too close to a moose. That's
that poor moose.
Or is that a Canada thing? Are there meese in in Alaska?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he gets close to the nostril and gets sucked up by one of those bad boys.
And the other one is he eats too much salmon sashimi. That's my third one. So.
Unfortunate part for him.
I mean, what a way to go!
I know, living the dream.
Okay, well, today, guys, we have a couple of things that hopefully is going to be entertaining. But before we begin, we're going to start with poopery. Harold and I were actually having a discussion. For those people that know, I've the last 6 months or so, I've kind of gotten into like retro gaming. That's the genre of my fanboy. Isn't right now, and me and Harold and Lewis at times as well are fans of like old school video games and everything. Harold was able to get a nice pretty old school system with some of the older games and everything.
Thank you.
But Harold actually asked me a question a while ago. So Harold, why not ask me that question so we can kind of talk about it on camera or on on the podcast?
I was asking Dennis earlier because I had for some reason shown the algorithm has got onto my algorithm that I'm into now retro gaming, and I was asking you what was the newest one that you picked up. What is the newest emulator that you
So the one I picked up right now, don't tell my wife, is called the Retroid Pocket Nova.
Okay.
And as if Harold has been checking his algorithm, these run between like I think the lowest is like you can get sub $100. You can pretty much get any a system that'll run your from old school games, retro games until maybe PSP, something like that. And then of course I think the one they just announced is like $1,500 to $1,600. Right now, yeah, it's pretty much
the hell.
Yeah, it's like Linux based and all these things, but that technically is not a retro gaming system.
That's just a gaming system.
It's just a gaming system.
That's just a pocket PC.
Exactly, and if you want, you can actually play like the newer games. So the one I got is called the Retroid Pocket Nova. It's on pre-sale right now. Retroid, if you ever hear this, would love a
discount code.
I know, something like a review thing. But it's the cool thing about it, and the reason why I got it is because it is the aspect of it is 4x3, so kind of like all of our old TVs,
CRT TVs.
Yeah, so that's if you have anything that you did like that, you'd be able to play. So if you love NES, if you want like the GameCube and all those things, anything that didn't go beyond like widescreen TVs is going to work perfectly. And so I was telling Harold is that it's cool because literally these things, the newer ones, if you really want to, even the new Retroid Pocket Nova, it can actually run like the lower end like Steam games. Okay. You can't do like the AAA games because you're gonna have the biggest issues like how much memory you're gonna have to put because some of these games are like 10, 15 gigabytes each. But the problem with the Retroid Pocket Nova is that you're going to have a problem with the aspect because with the 4x3 it's perfect for something that looks like CRT TV. But the newer games that's going to run in the widescreen. So what you're going to have is you're still going to be able to play it, but you're going to have a lot of
black bars.
The bars on top and the bottom. And then if you're playing something that is like text based, it's going to be a little bit harder to see because of how small the thing is.
Got it.
The good thing is all of these newer ones you can actually put it onto your TV, which kind of defeats the purpose. Depends on what you want. So the one I would suggest in terms of like it's just maybe $20 more. It's called the Retroid Pocket 6, and it's the newest system that's actually out. That's not like pre-orders or anything. Like I said, it's only $20 more, and it runs all the way up to to Switch, and it can actually run like the mid-tier like Steam games. So that might be something that I might want to check it out. So for those people who are on listening, if you are interested in like anything Retroid or retro gaming and everything, hit me up. I love
his new thing.
It's my new thing. And the funniest part is it's my favorite part about it is not even, and it's a bad thing. It's not even the owning it because once I own it, like cool, I have it. But it's actually the process of like fixing it and like setting it up. So my brother, I visited him over the week, and during Christmas I'd given him an emulator, like one of those systems, and at that point I only knew how to do basics stuff, and like the amount of games that I had was kind of limited. So I spent I think like 3-4 hours at night instead of sleeping, like setting his old one up. That's how much I love it. So if you want to hit me up, let me know, and I would love to talk about it. And if you want me to help with like setting these things up, I am there for you.
Yeah. The only reason I'm asking is mainly because I know this is like remember the times. Remember when our friend's at the time boyfriend worked at a gaming place and was like, "Hey, do you want to try the PS2 before it comes out?" Mm-hmm. Did you go with us?
No, unfortunately, I was not able to.
My bad.
Yeah,
but like I always remember like playing SSX on it, and I've been obsessed with SSX and SSS Tricky for the longest time. Like 20 plus years now. Can never find a good emulation for it, and I was like, it'd be great to have that and the Def Jam games. That's all I really, and like those old school like PlayStation wrestling games. That's all I wanted for.
Wink, wink.
Huh?
Yeah, I might know somebody who has those.
Okay. All right.
Legal ROMs.
Okay. We can talk about that another part another time.
Okay, so that's my pooper. How about you, Harold? Anything for you?
I think we just need to talk about the biggest sports moment of all time.
Yes, of course. Go for it.
I've never heard. We have a group chat. There's just the three of us, obviously. I've never seen Dennis so excited in a group chat before.
Whoa!
Like,
I do remember before like months before the first Tom Holland movie came out. I was pretty excited about that.
Yeah, and then like a decade before that, you're like, dude, I'm having a child. Even
those are the two things.
Yeah, that's about it. And then just this past week, I just happened to, be perusing the internet, and we've after all these final weeks, we've finally heard the news. LeBron James moving on from the Los Angeles Lakers, our beloved team, and on to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Philadelphia 76ers. Real quick, before we get to that, I think you might have kind of pieced it together. Do you know how I found out? It was actually not you who revealed to me.
Seth Rollins?
It was Seth Rollins of all people. It just so happened.
So funny that
It just
of all
happened.
the people.
It just happened. I was driving. And for those people who don't know, for some reason my car is always either 710 or 570, either ESPN or Fox. Those are my two stations, and it just so happened that the Rich Eisen show had just started, and lo and behold was Seth Rollins. They were talking, and then all of a sudden, breaking news. Like, ooh, what's this breaking news? Seth Rollins told me. So, how are you feeling about it, Harold? Being a Laker fan, and I think this is going to be the angle that I'm going to go with. Being a Laker fan, how did you react to the news that LeBron James, who admittedly, was 8 years with us?
I think it was
I think it was 8 years. 8 years, one title, which is great, I guess. Anytime there's a title for us, it's good. But, there were some lean years, of course, especially the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Awful. And some might say it's because of Rich Paul and LeBron James.
The lack of foresight,
Yeah, even though LeBron James says he has nothing to do with business and all those things. But how did you feel about it?
I like the fact that a few weeks ago when he said, "Yeah, I'm not going to play in LA next year, so you guys are free to do whatever you want. You don't need to include me with your plans." Finally, out of that guy, because I feel like for the past couple of years with the Lakers, and then even before that when he was with whatever teams he was with, he'd be holding everybody hostage. And you'd feel bad, and then now for the first time he was like, "No. I'm not going to be here next year. Feel free to do whatever you want." And then, allowing them to do a decent job of free agency this year. I mean, admittedly, they've picked up some guys, and you're like, "Oh, hey, it's that guy." We didn't pick up any of the guys. We were like, "Yes, that person." Walker
Kessler. Like, all of a sudden, he's the man. I'm
you're like the crappy Nikola Jokic that also cannot play defense. Oh, he plays defense better than Jokic.
Hey, look, if I could have a subpar Nikola Jokic, I'm okay with it. So I'm hoping Walker Kessler is going to be
somewhat close to that.
Yeah,
but I mean, for him, and this is the thing is for him to choose Philadelphia, and then his thing to be like, "Hey, man. No bones about it. I'm chasing a ring," and it's like,
although he I don't think he's actually come out and said it though, right? I don't think he's actually said, him or Rich Paul has not said anything about the reason why yet.
No, I think he was more or less like, well, he said it in the way like, "This is the best opportunity I have to win a championship." He's got 2 years to do it, and then you look at the team. It doesn't make sense to me. And
it seems like the main guys are Jaylen Brown, Joel
Embiid,
Embiid, right? And who's the third?
Tyrese Maxey.
Maxey.
Yeah.
All great players, but forgive me if I'm saying, but aren't they all like offensive minded? Like,
Jaylen Brown's a good defense. Oh, Joel Embiid is a pretty good defender.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, Joel Embiid is a giant and he's slow. And then LeBron, as old as he is, he's actually pretty quick down the floor. Tyrese Maxey, very fast down the floor, good point guard. Jaylen Brown, young, so he's still going to be athletic. And then there's the other guy who I'm like blanking off the top of my head. He's actually a decent shooting guard. But that's a heavy front, like having Joel Embiid, huge guy, LeBron James, big, and then Jaylen Brown. It's a lot. And in this day and age, it's going to be harder to spread the floor. So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm wishing them the best.
Are you?
I don't know. I'm wishing Joel Embiid the best.
Are you?
I'm hoping he plays more than like 40 games.
Are you? I
don't know.
Maxey's
a good, yeah.
I kind of want. I kind of maybe it's my hatred, and you kind of preface it like I was celebrating, because I've never been a LeBron James guy,
No, never.
and I'm not going to lie about it. I really think it's because of my bias. Like I love Kobe Bryant, and those the years leading to him coming over here, he's always been billed as like a lot of people have been kind of putting him like a Kobe like number 3 or number 4, and pushing LeBron James up there. That's always kind of ticked me, and I'm like, no, so I don't think I've ever really like embraced him. Whether or not that's fair, I'm not going to argue. But I think that my biggest thing was that all those times he's talking about we need more, and but yet he kept on going for the max. Which I get it. It's a business. I get it. You're trying to make sure that you and your family are taken care of. But if you're really serious about wanting to win something, you would try to do something to kind of, even if it's a couple million, just so that you can bring in
alleviate the salary cap just a little bit.
And so when he left, I was like, yay. The thing that ticked me off now, which now has soured LeBron James, he did exactly the same thing we've been asking him to do for the last couple of years. What was it, 8 million?
8 million for 2 years.
What the hell? Like, if LeBron James, like, and I know I forget who it was. Oh, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins kind of put up the like. It was like, what was it even a possibility if he knew that 8 million was going to be like he'd be willing to do it with the team that we could still have LeBron James here, but that's a choice.
It is a choice.
And I think that's the choice that you have that you make, which I will always, I've always been somebody who said that he's chasing the ring. I think it's funny. I would have respected him more if he went back to the Cavs.
Yeah. Or the Heat.
The Heat, or you're right. The Heat. I would actually been. I think I told you I would have been more. I was more excited with the possibility of him going to the Warriors, because that would have been at least something cool to see. Yeah, it would have been a circus, definitely. But what a fun circus to watch. Yes, But the fact that you're here, like you said at the beginning, it just really is title chasing. This is your best opportunity. Here you go. Yeah,
still got to go through the Knicks.
Yeah, so. You still got to go through the Knicks, and then I guess all those LeBron fans can finally say that if he does win, the East, he's going to say, oh, look at they're going to talk about how once LeBron's there, the East is his again, because all those years that he was there, he was always number one. Then now everybody else is. So I don't know. Good luck. At least we know now what the Christmas schedule is going to be like.
Yeah, it's going to be the Lakers versus the Sixers.
It has to be Spurs and Knicks and Lakers.
Oh yeah,
and Sixers.
That'd be fun.
If those are not then we don't know what we're talking about.
Or Miami versus the Sixers.
Ooh, okay. I'd watch that too.
Yeah, but
no, it's going to be 99% of the chance it's going to be the Lakers.
Yeah,
just because everybody wants to do that, but we'll see.
Now I have 2 Laker jerseys of people who are no longer on the team besides Ron Artest.
Wait, who's the other one?
Anthony Davis.
Yikes!
I bought that one because it was a really dope colorway. I wore it in Vegas one time. I was like, "Yeah, this is cool." And then when I thought about it, I was like, "Yeah, no, it's all right. They got to be on sale sometime." So I was gonna pick something up
eventually. The one, and I apologize, I'm forgetting his name. What's the name of the Laker that went through heart surgery, aside from Bronny James? Okay, I forget his name then. Okay, cool. But don't worry about it.
That's who you want,
huh? No, that was the one regret, because at that time he the internet was around already, but it was not as available for like specific jerseys, and he was just he was like a bit player,
Oh, Ronnie Turiev.
Yeah, Turiev. There you go. I seriously was looking for a Turiev jersey because I was like, he's my man. He is my man.
I always remember Ronnie Turiev because he was in the commercial where Kobe jumped over the car.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, it's Ronnie Turiev. What you doing there?"
Very good acting.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Ronnie Turiev. He
much props to you. Thank you.
I don't know what you're doing now.
Thank you for paving the way.
You paved the way for Ronnie.
It could be Ronnie Turiev.
Okay. Our main topic for the day, unless I'm mistaken, Harold, is I actually asked Harold to do me a favor because there a lot of times Harold and I are pretty in sync in terms of like what we like and what we don't like. For the most part. But I think he's changing. Is my thing is because the fact that he's completely wrong about the whole He-Man movie, which is out.
Out on Prime Video now. I could tell these guys before we start the main topic here. I think now that I'm not tired, I'll give it a chance again.
Yeah, you got to go in there with actual
full energy,
with hope. No, I think you had your old man.
I think I need my whimsy back, right?
Yeah,
my childish, my
you
boyish
went in
charm.
there expecting something like.
Well, Jared Leto makes me believe that it's going to be an Oscar-worthy movie, right? Because he's Oscar winner, Jared Leto.
See, that was the opposite. I had like girded my loins already and expecting that I was going to hate Jared Leto's performance, and it was the opposite. I was like, yes, give him another Oscar for this.
Played the same character in Dallas Buyers Club, a skeleton.
Yeah, but still, glowing eyes.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. So aside from that, Harold and I are not always the same, but kind of the same. I would say kind of the same thing. But the one show that Harold and I were not even close was again, I'm not going to call it my favorite TV show, but I thought it was entertaining. Was the Big Bang Theory show.
Yes.
And I found out from Harold that he, for some reason, hated it.
Yes.
So what was it about the Big Bang Theory that you disliked?
I think at the time I used to say it was because they were placating. Like the whole time I was like, oh God, look at this pandering. I get it, we get it. And then after a while, I got over that, and then it became. That it just wasn't funny. And when I love laugh tracks when they're good, because the laugh track does tell you when you're supposed to laugh, and then even the laugh tracks are like, come on man, give this one a chance, and I'm like, I got nothing. I'm like, okay. And then it's not even the whole like there's I don't know how many seasons there were, like,
dude, there was a ton of them.
There's a bunch of seasons, right?
Yeah.
I actively stopped even trying in, I think, maybe the 5th or 6th season, where it was like, when I mean trying, I mean my version of trying for this show was like, it's in the background, or like I'm trying to eat a meal while I'm, hanging out. Let's see if I'll laugh, or I'm guaranteed I'm going to be able to finish this meal without choking because I'm not going to laugh in the middle of my meal. And I would just, when I would try to rewatch the stuff, I'm like, dude, okay. It never really entertained me past the guest stars. And then that's when, it's just getting lazy. Where it's just like, hey, look at this guy. You like this guy. Now you got to like our show. I'm like, nah, dude. Like, when they were like James Earl Jones, I go, I love James Earl Jones. And then that was it. I was like,
Mark Hamill.
yeah, I was like, hey, look at the whole cast of Star Wars really quickly. There's the rest of the cast of Star Trek. And I'm like, okay, cool. What else do you have for me besides that? And then people would say, oh, the characters are well developed. I go, okay, good for them, because I don't know what I'm supposed to be liking about this. And I get it. And here's the other thing. This is the last thing, and I will say this more than anything else, was the assumption. And I will say the assumption of other people who are like, Harold's a nerd. you gotta love this show. And I'm like,
this
has to be your favorite show. And you know how I hate when people tell me what I'm supposed to like, right? That's a me thing. I know that. It's the same thing with Game of Thrones. Eventually, I'm gonna give it a chance. Stranger Things, down the line. These are things down the line. Eventually, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be so bored that I'm gonna find myself, and then I'm gonna be like, dude, have you ever watched the show Stranger Things? Did you guys ever see the newest episode of Game of Thrones? It's probably not gonna be the same for this because there's like a bunch of seasons, but it was for the longest time during like the beginning of that part when the show came out on the internet was everybody being like, Harold has to love this show. This show was made for you, and then when I gave it a shot, I was like, this was okay, but I don't like that this is what you guys think I'm gonna be like entertained with the whole time. So
it's my Game of Thrones because everybody's like, oh, you like this thing. This is your genre.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, no.
And like I always said, it's like when people tell, and then this is the weird thing about being someone who works, or the whole thing is like we review stuff and we give our opinions. It's like when people are trying to push their opinion about how I'm supposed to like it right away, it automatically turns me off. So, don't... I love recommendations for things, obviously. But if you're like, you're going to love this, I am actively going to be against it, and I'm going to probably just pro-hate it just for my own good. I don't know what the part of my brain does that, but it's always been there.
So this is the exact reason when I was thinking about, what we should do, and I told Harold, I just texted, hey Harold, I need you to watch the new what is it, spinoff. It's called Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. I think that's that's the thing. And for those people who are not aware of it, it is, I think, the third spinoff of Big Bang Theory. Okay. Because there's Young Sheldon. I forget. There's another one based on his family again. So this is the fourth one. And this time around, instead of it being prequels, this is technically a sequel of the in a way it's a sequel of Big Bang Theory. But the funniest part is that it instead of taking the same people, getting Sheldon, getting like Leonard, and getting Howard and Penny and all those things, they took like the bit players of the show and they were like, okay, we are going to make the quirky, irritating characters, and we're going to make them the heroes of the show. And for those people who are not aware of it, what they decided to do is they doubled down. It's almost like, and Harold, remember I told you I was going to tell you what I think you think of it. Mm-hmm. And so I'm telling you this right now. Before I even watched it, I was like, this is almost like somebody daring Harold to go, you didn't like the other one? Here's more of what you're not gonna like.
You're gonna be like, if a TV show had a middle finger, this would be the TV show.
Exactly, because you were talking about the lowest common denominator, comic books and everything. Yeah. It's like, yeah, Harold. Well, you like science fiction, don't you?
How about some of this? And it's the same thing. It did the whole. Hey, you like guest stars? Who's the first guest stars? You know I love magic, bro. I was like, oh, hey, I forgot they were on the. You're the one that told me that they were on the show. Though,
yeah,
right?
They were. The Teller one? No,
Teller. Yeah,
Teller was there. And so it was so when I saw it and I watched it. And for those people, again, the premise is that I'm going to ask. I asked Harold to do it. Now I'm going to tell Harold, or I'm going to tell you guys what I think Harold thinks of the show, because Harold hates it when people tell him what he thinks. And Harold's going to tell me how close I am, or how completely wrong I am.
This is good. This is
how completely wrong. This is the game. This is the game. Right. Okay, so.
We've already established it's a drive-by middle finger at the slowest speed possible.
Harold!
But besides that, what else you got?
Knowing you, so I really sat down there and I was like, I put on my Harold thinking cap, and I was like, what would Harold think? And if I were to be honest with you, I really think you hated. Don't tell me that. I'm gonna go. I think you hated it. If I were you, I think I would have hated it. Because that not only is it because of the first and foremost, it's because it's the same thing. It's like you like these tropes. We're gonna throw you every single trope that we can have. Like this time around, it's the dystopian, zombie thing.
Yeah.
Let's how they look, how they that I thought that you were gonna hate it. The other one is I'm surprised that I think this is Chuck Lorre, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't think that the comedy itself was not as good. Like, I know you didn't like a Big Bang Theory, but I thought that the comedy was a lot drier and a lot more, not as funny as I thought. And the third one is I felt like a lot of the jokes that they were trying to do, you had to know the characters from the other show to actually appreciate it. And so, in my opinion, because of those things, that you did not, you dislike everything about the show. Am I correct?
We're very close. It's very accurate. There's one thing you're missing, though.
What?
The acting is horrendous.
Oh, true. Okay, you're right.
Like, everything else I could say that I disliked, mainly because, like you said, I don't know if they were going for. It's supposed to be a comedy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing that got to me. Like halfway through it, I was like,
because here's the thing: if this storyline had just gone straight like an action drama kind of with some comedy, I think I would have been okay with it. But they were trying to go for like a little bit of slapstick, not slapsticky, but they were trying to go for humor, and I just was, I don't know. And I'm not saying that I was gonna get it all the time, but there's a lot of parts where I was like, oh, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It seemed like I was confused because I like, that's the thing. I actually, again, I'm premising it's not my favorite, but I actually thought the show was funny. And this is the same character, same writer, and producer of some of the things that I like, and I was kind of confused. And I really think it's because they were trying to, like, you were supposed to be laughing at how dry the geology guy is supposed to be. You're supposed to kind of like feel sorry for Stuart and all those things, but you can't appreciate that. At least for me, I didn't think you could appreciate unless you kind of knew who they were. Okay. And I hate to say it, like I was actually pretty excited of watching it. After the first episode, I was like, no.
Pass. See, this is what's funny is, the big dude's name, I think it's Bert, right? I like Brian Posehn. I love Brian Posehn as a stand-up comedian because he is a nerdy. He loves comic books. He loves heavy metal, and then he loves that he's a fat guy. So I can appreciate that. Love listening to his albums. He comes off a little strange on this thing because I can't quite understand what he's saying half the time. And then when Stuart, right?
Yeah.
Every time I see Stuart's face, I remember him as the guy going after the Asian girl in Hitch. And I know.
Oh my God!
I know that it's it's his first, not even his first role. It's just not even a role anyone remembers. But every time he would show up on the thing, I'd be like, he had that acting range, at that time. And then I couldn't remember that guy's name, Barry, until I was watching it and I was like, dude, this guy sucks. And then I remembered, I think that's his role, is he's supposed to be like the antagonist.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the antagonist, and the only thing funny about him is that he has a lisp.
Yeah.
And in today's world, are we supposed to be laughing at that?
Also, that's the thing with Big Bang Theory. It's like, hey, look at this guy.
But
like,
that was like, the 2010s.
Yeah.
It was still okay to laugh at those things. I guess.
Like, remember back in the 2010s, the only reason it was funny to laugh at Raj is because he's an Indian guy
Yeah.
and he has an Indian accent. It's like, hey, look at this guy, he's got an Indian accent. And then now, and then I feel bad too. Like, he's the only one they brought back because I don't think he's worked since that show has ended.
Yeah. Well, technically, I don't think
a lot of them have.
I don't think Leonard has worked.
Yeah.
Penny was in
Penny
commercials
does
for a
she
while.
does random TV shows,
Yeah.
like on HBO and Peacock.
Yeah.
I don't know what everyone else is up to. I read recently that.
Bernadette does voiceovers nowadays.
Oh, does she really?
Yeah.
I read that Jim Parsons,
yeah.
that he says he never wants to play that character again because he's done with that. I'm like, okay, good for you.
Yeah, he's done a couple of Broadway plays, but he hasn't done anything that's like. I mean, I guess what's the name of the NASA one where, the African American women were
Hidden Figures?
Hidden Figures. He was one of the
Hidden Figures?
No, he was the people that were oppressing the Hidden Figures.
Oh, no. Was he really?
Well, he was the one that was kind of like doubting if she was actually like,
Doing math?
doing or knew how to do math. So,
Well, at least he went against,
yeah, there you go.
stereotype. Good for him.
Yeah. Kind of going back to where you're talking about, I agree with you. Like, it had, at least for me, like the concept of it was interesting, especially when I reread the title that Stuart Fails to, and at the beginning you actually like I was actually, aside from the fact that it wasn't funny, I like the fact that the for spoiler alert, like future Stuart comes back, future Stuart or somehow or another, whatever Stuart it is, comes back to Warrensville, but he's not able to tell Stuart what the real thing is. So in my head, I was thinking, oh my God, this has a possibility. It's for me, it was like a mix of greatest American hero and Quantum Leap. Like,
Okay. Two of your favorite shows?
Yeah, it was a great concept that you had, like every single time you think, because you don't know how to do it, you try to fix it with as best as you can, but then you arrive and it's not, and you just have to keep on doing it over and over again. Yeah. There's the premise. But like you said, like if they actually made it into the comedy actually funny, or if they made it serious, not in between.
They can mishmash it with occasionally,
Yeah.
But at this point, like if it was if it was like The Boys, right? Like it's somewhat serious, but then there's moments of like hilarity and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of sad. I was really hoping that, I was in my head, I was like, please let it be good so that I can kind of like
throw it in Harold's face.
Rub it in Harold's face. That was the purpose of it. It's like, I told you like Big Bang Theory. I knew you were a fan of Raj.
You know what I was gonna open up the dialogue with was like, why do you hate me? What did I do to you? I helped you this week.
Hey, halfway through the whole thing, I was thinking the same thing. Maybe I should tell Harold not to watch it. But I thought it would be...
content, it's totally worth it.
Yeah, I thought it would be more hilarious. I think, Lewis should watch it just to commiserate in our misery.
Yeah. Here's my other point that I was watching or thinking about while watching it is, why do they need to connect to the Big Bang Theory universe?
Yeah.
Like, is it more interest? Is it only interesting because we know these characters already?
Yes, now.
Okay.
Yes.
Because outside of that,
like we said, or if they just took the premise, it could have worked.
Okay.
But because they're depending, now they can't help but not to, because if they did what we were talking about, you're not going to have the, what ABC is hoping is that, or whoever it is, there's already an audience built in for this. And so, I mean, the reason, like, you didn't need Raj there, but the only reason why you needed Raj there is because you need somebody from the old fans who was, we got to see Raj again, Yeah. And so,
it's like when random people show up in The Walking Dead from the other Walking Dead series, so they can validate that it's part of the universe. So,
It's like anytime you have Lord of the Rings and you have to have Legolas in it.
Yeah.
No matter how far
Even though
into
he's
the past.
yeah. Same thing with Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like he just has to keep popping up, no matter even like in video games and stuff.
No, because imagine a Survivor without that Darth Vader boss fight at the end.
Yeah, it's good.
It was great.
Fantastic.
It was like a cherry on top. That you know what.
All those things are just like
Yeah.
that's awesome.
What do you call this? What's the one like? Is it Star Wars? I forget what it is. But well, that's it. That's the one I wanted to talk about because man, again, wasted opportunity. I think it had its merit, it had its potential, but too bad. So sad.
So sad. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So next time there's one that you just want to make me miserable, let me know and I'll watch it for you.
Okay. Just for you guys, I'll do it. But then you know me, I'm gonna watch it and I'll be like, dude, I hate this. I'm not trying to subject anybody
is that
to
why?
this.
Is because I forced you into watching He-Man? The moment
No, that's the other thing is like
the moment I watch, I told you
I
love it.
That's the thing is I told you this
Yeah.
is because you guys were like, this is
The
our
greatest
movie.
thing-
That's the thing.
Hey Harold,
Yeah.
The Odyssey,
The greatest thing ever.
greatest thing ever.
God damn it. I'm not gonna watch it.
No, I'm joking.
I have to watch it in 70mm IMAX apparently.
See, hey, Harold, Doomsday, greatest movie. I think you like it, isn't it? Is that your genre?
Possibly.
Okay. That's it for us today, guys. I truly hope you enjoyed.
Did you want to talk about the trailer?
Oh, which trailer?
The Doomsday trailer?
Okay, go for it.
No. I think we should wait until this guy gets back from his boat.
Okay, fine. If he makes it. If you like this episode, you
The crabs didn't steal him.
you can take a
people.
you can take a look at the two fanboys one casual.podbean.com for all of our old content, and you can take a look at Facebook because according to Ted Lasso, only grandparents and I forget what the other one is actually listen to Facebook. But if you're one of those people, take a look at two fanboys one casual.
And then on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, we are two fanboys one casual. And then like I was telling Lewis, we're trying to really push, even though this episode is faceless, it'll still be on YouTube at youtube.com/@2fanboys1casual.
That's it for us. Take a look at it. At us? I don't know. This is Two Fanboys and the Filthy Casual. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Dennis.
This is Harold. Disappointed as
later.
usual.
Yikes. That's what she said.
That's what I said.
That's the title of his tape.
Autobiography.
Okay, bye.
Title of my audiobook, me narrating it.